Hi, it's Paris from Epic Reviews Tech Channel, and you know what I mean by that title. Is this going to be a good nightstand device? Something that you keep right next to the bed, so when you're laying in bed and you're thinking, oh, that's right, I was supposed to email that person, or oh, it's somebody's birthday, I better send them something on Facebook. You can just grab this off the nightstand and take care of that real quickly and easily. So what I keep on my nightstand right now is my phone and this full-size laptop. Now, this is obviously not going to replace the phone, but for simple things like just checking an email or checking something, the phone is fine for that. It's when you have to actually reply and do some typing and send it, that's when the phone doesn't quite cut it. So what it comes down to is basically between the Surface and a full laptop, or the Surface and an iPad, which is going to be the best thing to have by your bedside. So to show you what I've discovered about this, I need to actually lay down here on the desk and hold them in the appropriate position, and I think you'll see what I'm talking about. This is what I use if I need to send someone an email and I'm already in bed and the lights are off. I don't want to go over and wait for the desktop system to start up. So this has been my solution. Now, last night I took my Surface Pro to bed, and let me tell you what I found out about that. Alright, so tried out Surface Pro, and this is the first thing I tried with the keyboard and with the kickstand, and I do have some belly, which helps in this situation to hold it up, but still the angle of the screen is just not right, and I'm not going to be able to work with it this way. I need to have the screen pointed at my face. And so as much thinner as you are than me, that's how much worse this will be, because the screen will go down proportionally. So I either need to gain another 50-60 pounds, or I need to find another way to use this. So okay, well, the kickstand solution isn't going to work, so put the kickstand part in. Now I can hold it here facing me, and I can see it, except it's too low. The laptop, I don't really have any trouble seeing it with it just sitting on my chest, but this, it's too low. So I've got to hold it up. Okay, well, already this isn't looking so ergonomic, is it? So I'm going to go to Google and type something. I get the little touchpad, get it over here, and type something. Okay, this hand hurts already. This keyboard is not going to work in this situation, so I'll take off the keyboard. All right, now we're down to the 2-pound device, and it's similar in size, a little bit heavier than an iPad, but you would think you can use it the same way, and you can obviously hold it in both directions. But the thing is that when you hold this way, this is much narrower than an iPad. It's obviously meant to be used this way most of the time. It's like, you know, the 16:9 screen versus the 4:3 and so forth. So it's one of those issues. So it just doesn't feel that comfortable holding it this way to use it for things, because it's narrow. Just naturally I want to hold it this way. And this is how I held it last night. This is trying different things. This is what I ended up with. And I found that it's a little bit heavy to have that corner, even though it's rounded, it's still a little on the pointy side, pushing into the palms of your hands. And the places where your hands grab it on the side, normally it doesn't matter that it's, you know, got the vent and it's got the little ports and it's got the seams, but it's irritating when you're holding it. It's not just a smooth surface to hold on to. It's got stuff, and I don't know, it just seems to bother my hands. They don't feel comfortable holding on to it. And then there's the fact that it does weigh 2 pounds. Now the iPad's about 1.3 pounds, and you wouldn't think it would make that much of a difference, but it does. Just that extra weight and having to hold it up. After 5 or 10 minutes, it just wasn't comfortable. And so now I don't have the keyboard attached anymore, so I'm going to have to type here, and it's, so long as I don't need any letters here in the middle, I'm okay. Otherwise I got to do it with one hand, and it's a chore to hold this up in this angle with one hand. Alright, my back was hurting from lying on the desk, so the last thing I wanted to show you is if I did try to hold it this way, that it's obviously isn't any lighter, but that the text then for me at least, becomes too small to read it easily. Every time I went to another page or another something, I would have to make it larger, so that doesn't work out for me. I definitely want to be holding it in this format. It works the most comfortable. It seems to be what it's designed for. But even so, even if this would work for me, it's still heavy. It's still got to fit into the palm of the hands, and so anyway, my conclusion about is it good in bed is that really it's not. I'm going to stick with my laptop. So you may be saying, well, you didn't spend $1,000 so you could have something to keep by your bed to send an email late at night, and that's true. But that's part of it. If you're going to spend $1,000, you may be looking to replace a couple of devices with one. And if you're thinking that and you know, you like to read in bed, or you like to keep a device like this, so there's something you see on TV, you want to check on it real quick. This compared to an iPad, which I know it's not supposed to be a direct comparison, but the iPad is much more comfortable to be in that position to hold up, both because of the rounded edges on it and because it's so much lighter in weight. So it's not a deal breaker that it's not so good in bed, but if you were thinking it would completely replace your iPad, or you know, depending what you use, your laptop, for all purposes, I don't think it's going to be the ideal solution for that. If you really don't use a computer much when you're laying in bed, then maybe it won't matter to you. But if it's something you spend 20, 30 minutes a night and you want to hold that up in bed, this just isn't comfortable for that. And so something you might want to consider.